Hello everybody and welcome back to the Eco Posh for You YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about whether or not it's okay for a buyer to send a seller a message when their package has gotten to the post office. And if so, what type of message would it be appropriate to send them? So this is what we're going to be looking at as an example today, and this is a screenshot that I found on the forums as well that we're going to be using as an example. And it says, "I see your package was delivered. Kindly take a moment to accept and complete the order. Thank you." And then the other person says, "As soon as I have a chance to get off work and check the mail." And the other person said, "Sounds good." My personal opinion on this is that as a buyer, this is something that I really don't want to see. I really don't want to get any messages from anybody letting me know that my package is at the post office, because Poshmark lets me know. I usually get a notification in my email, and then it'll also tell me on my feed. So I feel like I already get notified of that, and I just don't really like feeling pushed to go and do something, to go accept a package, because it just comes across as really pushy to me, and it may come across differently to other people, but just as far as me as a buyer, I just do not like it. I don't want to be reminded. Like, I need to be reminded because I'm always checking my email. I'm always checking everything. I don't need somebody to remind me 800 times to do something that I know I need to do. And especially, most of us look forward to receiving our packages. So most of us are very eager to go pick them up, and it's more of a fun thing. It's not a chore. And then also, of course, as a seller myself, and you have to realize that not everybody is going to be a seller. Okay, some people are not sellers. But as a seller myself, I always try to make sure that I pick them up as soon as I can, and that I accept the package as soon as I can, that I release the funds as soon as I can, and that I always give everybody a really good rating, unless there's something completely outrageously wrong with it. But as a seller myself, I tend to just give people the 5 stars, even if there's a small issue or two. But that's a whole other discussion. We can get into that later. I don't want to open that can of worms. All right, so now I'm going to take a look and just kind of see how some of the other people are feeling about this how other sellers are feeling about this screenshot here. We're just going to take a little poll here, see if we can figure out what the majority thinks. Let's see. Same. I always assume my stuff is going to auto-release with no rating just in case. I never ask some to accept a package right away. I always message the buyer and tell them their package has been delivered, but that's it. And then a person responded, "Even that feels odd to me. Posh alerts me when things have been delivered." Someone else says, "I don't rely on Poshmark notifications. They're hours behind the USPS notifications." And then they're arguing back and forth. Some people are saying, okay, well, sometimes they see the notifications, sometimes they don't. I mean, you get the notification on your feed in your email usually. But the thing is, let people choose their own notifications. That doesn't mean that you have to notify them as a seller. Because when you go into your settings, you can actually choose how Poshmark notifies you about everything. You can choose whether you get push notifications on your phone. You can choose whether you get emails, whether you get whatever it is. And then you can also choose whether you get what the things are for specifically. Like, you get them whenever someone likes an item. You get them whenever someone sends you an offer. You get them whenever blah, 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 blah. There's very specific things to get each one of these. So I feel like let the notifications do their job. You know, people have chosen how they want to be notified. You don't need to go above and beyond. Just inserting my personal opinion again here. Okay, let's see. But yeah, but they are saying they're really behind and all of that. And maybe they are, but I don't know. Like, And then someone said, I would make her wait. Never ask a buyer to accept a package. It's so tacky. it is kind of annoying because I've seen, I guess it depends on a lot depends on how you say it too. Like, I would be annoyed regardless, but if I received a message that said, hey, I just want to let you know, I was at the post office, blah, 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 when you have time to accept it, blah, 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 kind of thing, right? As opposed to some of the messages I've seen on here. I've seen screenshots. I've seen some crazy stuff in some of the forums, and talking to some of my PFFs, some of the crazy things. I mean, people have messages saying, accept your package right now. It is so rude. Like, just blowing up people's messages. Accept my package right now, or I'm getting really mad, and just, I mean, freaking out. Just leaving all kinds of crazy nonsense messages. Anyway, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't know how people get away with that on here. That's the thing. And people are always wondering how come the platform. I think that people, partially the reason that sales are down is because of the economy. And another part of it is because look at the crazy behavior on here. Would you want to deal with this after dealing with like one or two of these people? Wouldn't you just be done maybe? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see what else, if there's anything else on this. I'm tempted to leave a love note that says, great product, fast ship, but super tacky asking the person to accept the order a few hours after delivery. I mean, come on. You shouldn't be messaging people like right after, like, go pick it up. It's, you don't know what people are doing. You don't know what people are busy doing. It's kind of rude to just assume they are just like sitting around waiting to go pick it up. I mean, sometimes we are. I'm not going to lie. I like picking up my packages, but okay, let's see. And then somebody else said, they act like the seller kicked a puppy. The responses are ridiculous and worse than the seller's simple question. So it looks like some people are getting mad over it because they do that. I mean, run your business however you want. You can see the responses are pretty varied, right? The thing is that we always want to do the thing that gets us the most sales. And if you're doing a behavior and you notice that it turns half the people off and half the people are okay with it, then half of those people are going to buy from you and half of them are not. Maybe you just don't do the behavior and everybody will buy from you, right? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pinpoint these specific things that turn people away from buying. At least that's what I hope we're trying to do here. Is that we're trying to learn through the experience of other sellers and other buyers and make it relevant in our tool arsenal, so to speak. Let's see. I agree, this is a turnoff for me. It makes me not want to shop their closet again because I don't like pushy. And that's kind of where I went with it too. I don't like feeling like being pushed or anything like that. And then someone else says, I agree. I always assume I have to wait the 3 days and would never message the buyer. It's just asking for a negative review. And that's something that I haven't thought of either. See, like I said, I wouldn't do that as a seller, but now that's something that is definitely food for thought too. Is that it could get you a negative review because some people don't like it. So not only could you lose sales, but it could affect your review. I hope that we were able to provide some good thoughts and perspective on this for you guys. You always need to be constantly evaluating your practices and thinking, is this helping me? Is this hurting me? Is this a good idea? So we are going to keep revisiting these topics until we figure out what works. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and you have some wonderful sales. Spirit hands.